1972 was a year when soul and R&B lit up the airwaves with heart and groove. The OJs brought that unmistakable Philly soul fire straight to the charts.
What they do, they smile in your face.
And Bill Withers delivered a funky anthem that showed his range beyond tender ballads.
We all need somebody.
These are 12 unforgettable R&B soul classics from 1972 that still move us today.
Mrs. Jones.
Number 12, I'll Take You There by the Staple Singers.
Ain't nobody crying.
Released on Stax Records in early 1972, I'll Take You There was more than just a gospel soul crossover.
Yeah, help me out. Yeah. Oh.
It was a call for healing in a turbulent time. Mavis Staples' voice, drenched in conviction, carried both church pews and street corners straight to the heavens.
What you doing, sucker?
Few know that the hypnotic groove came from the legendary Muscle Shoals rhythm section, who laid down that unforgettable bass line in just one take. Hearing this in '72 was like being lifted out of your worries. You could practically feel the church choir behind you, clapping in rhythm. It went all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, proving that soulful messages of hope could top the charts. Today, it remains a staple, no pun intended, of unity, sampled by everyone from Salt and Pepper to Beyonce.
I'll take you there. Oh, let me take you there.
Number 11, Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. Curtis Mayfield wasn't just making music in 1972, he was riding the social conscience of an era.
So night with the moon shining bright, there's a set going strong.
With Superfly, the title track from his groundbreaking soundtrack, he turned a blaxploitation film into a cultural statement.
Superfly. Superfly.
Instead of glorifying the hustler lifestyle, Curtis's lyrics peeled back the glamour to reveal the struggle beneath. The wah-wah guitar licks, funky bass, and his gentle falsetto painted a picture of the streets that was both intoxicating and cautionary.
The only game you know is do or die.
Imagine cruising through the city at night, streetlights flickering, and Curtis's falsetto drifting through the radio. That was 1972. The song went top 10, and the album itself became one of the highest-selling soundtracks ever.
Superfly. Superfly.
Its influence can still be heard in hip-hop samples and modern neo-soul storytelling. Number 10, Lean on Me by Bill Withers.
We all have pain. We all have.
If there's one song that proves simplicity can carry the weight of the world, it's Bill Withers' Lean on Me.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
Released in April 1972 on Sussex Records, Withers wrote it after moving to Los Angeles and missing the close community ties of his hometown in West Virginia. The rolling piano chords, the gospel-like refrain, and Bill's baritone made it feel like a neighbor putting his arm around your shoulder.
But if we are wise.
At the time, America was facing wars abroad and struggles at home, but Lean on Me reminded us that together we could bear the load. It hit number 1 on both the R&B and pop charts, and decades later, it still shows up at weddings, graduations, and moments of national healing.
Oh, if you ever need a friend.
Close your eyes and you can still picture a crowded living room in '72. Friends swaying side to side, singing along. Number 9, Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul.
One of the heaviest. His name is Billy Paul.
Philadelphia International Records was on fire in 1972, and Billy Paul gave us one of the most unforgettable soul ballads of the decade with Me and Mrs. Jones.
And Mrs. Jones.
Written by Gamble and Huff, this tale of forbidden love unfolded over lush strings and a slow-burning rhythm. Billy Paul's voice was smooth but aching, making every listener feel the weight of that secret romance.
We got a thing going on.
Picture yourself in a dimly lit lounge, glass of brandy in hand, as the opening saxophone drifts through the air. It's the atmosphere this track created. The song soared to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned Paul a Grammy for Best Male R&B Vocal. It remains one of the quintessential grown folk soul records, still playing in cafes and quiet storm radio hours around the world.
Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones.
Number 8, Let's Stay Together by Al Green.
Guest is one of the great legends of Southern soul music. Last night, this man was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Al Green.
Now, what can we say about this one? Al Green's Let's Stay Together, released in late 1971 but dominating the charts in '72, is soul perfection. Produced by Willie Mitchell at High Records, the track blended gospel passion with silky Memphis soul. Fun fact, Al almost didn't want to record the song, thinking it didn't suit him. But once he wrapped his falsetto around those lyrics, history was made.
I'm so in love with you.
The record topped the Billboard Hot 100 and became his signature hit. In 1972, you couldn't walk into a club, wedding, or house party without hearing couples slow dancing to this masterpiece. The warmth in Al's delivery is so timeless that even President Barack Obama famously sang a line of it at a fundraiser in 2012, reminding us how deeply it lives in the culture. Number 7, Backstabbers by the OJs. Sliding in with pure Philly soul fire, the OJ's Backstabbers was a sharp warning wrapped in irresistible grooves.
What they do? They smile in your face all the time. They wanna.
Released in August 1972, it was one of the first major hits to establish Philadelphia International Records as Motown's East Coast rival. With its urgent strings, heavy bass line, and lyrics about betrayal, the song resonated in a time when trust felt fragile.
All you fellas who have someone and you really care.
Whether in politics, the streets, or relationships, you can almost hear the paranoia and passion in Eddie Levitt's vocal as he belts, "They smile in your face." In '72, it hit #1 on the R&B chart and #3 on the Hot 100, cementing the OJ's place as leaders of the Philly soul movement.
Wish they'd take some of these knives out my back. What they do? They smile in your face.
Decades later, the song is still quoted, sampled, and sung whenever someone gets burned by a so-called friend. Number 6, I've Been Lonely for So Long by Frederick Knight.
I've been lonely for so long.
Now here's a gem from 1972 that sometimes gets overlooked but cuts straight to the soul. Frederick Knight's I've Been Lonely for So Long, released on Stax's Truth imprint, was a heartfelt plea wrapped in a Southern soul groove. The beauty of the track is in its raw honesty. Knight wasn't a household name, but his tender, almost pleading delivery made this song unforgettable for anyone who heard it.
Won't somebody help me, please?
'Cause I've been lonely.
You can practically hear the Memphis studio air in the background, the sweat on the walls, and the vulnerability in every line. Though it didn't reach the chart heights of some others, it became a beloved deep cut among soul fans and later found life in covers and samples.
I've been lonely for so long.
It's the kind of song that feels like an old friend opening up his heart just for you. If these classics from 1972 are bringing back memories, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us keep the soul alive. And don't go anywhere, because the top 5 songs are the ones that truly defined this golden year of R&B and soul. Number 5, If You Don't Know Me By Now, by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
You will never know me.
This is soul storytelling at its finest. Released in 1972 and produced by Gamble and Huff, If You Don't Know Me By Now featured Teddy Pendergrass on lead vocals before he launched his solo career.
What good is a love affair when we can't see eye to eye? Oh!
His voice, rich with grit and passion, carried every ounce of longing and frustration. The track soared to number 1 on the R&B chart and became an anthem for relationships teetering on the edge.
I ain't gonna do nothing to upset our happy home.
Imagine a couple in 72 sitting in a kitchen after midnight, the record spinning on the turntable, and this song playing out their very conversation.
Oh, we might as well say goodbye.
It was that real. Decades later, Simply Red would cover it in the 80s, but nothing touches the raw emotion of Teddy's delivery in the original. Number 4, Oh Girl by the Chi-Lites.
Which is contained in our latest album. Title of the tune is Oh Girl.
Few songs capture the ache of heartbreak quite like Oh Girl. Written by Eugene Record, it was released in early 1972 and quickly became the Chi-Lites' biggest hit.
Be in trouble if you left me now, 'cause I don't know where to look.
Reaching number 1 on both the pop and R&B charts. The song's unique intro, with its melancholy harmonica, set the stage for Record's gentle yet devastated vocal. Picture walking alone in a quiet neighborhood at dusk, transistor radio in hand. As this song spills out, you'd feel every word in your chest.
And I know.
In 72, it was the soundtrack of breakups everywhere, yet it was so beautiful you couldn't turn it off. Today, it's still one of the most haunting breakup songs in soul history, sampled and revered across generations.
Pain will double if you leave.
Number 3, Papa Was a Rolling Stone by The Temptations.
That day I'll always remember. Yes.
Epic. That's the only word for it. Released in September 1972, Papa Was a Rolling Stone was a 12-minute masterpiece of funk, soul, and storytelling.
Papa was a rolling stone, my son, yeah. Wherever he led it.
Produced by Norman Whitfield for Motown, it pushed The Temptations into a new era of psychedelic soul. The track opens with nearly 4 minutes of instrumental buildup, funk bass, wah-wah guitar, and haunting trumpet. Before the vocals even begin, when Dennis Edwards delivers, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, it hits like thunder. In 72, it was unlike anything else on the radio. The single version still ran nearly 7 minutes and became a number 1 hit on the Hot 100. It later won 3 Grammys and is considered one of the greatest soul songs of all time. Listening today, it still feels cinematic, like a film playing in your ears. Number 2, Use Me by Bill Withers.
My friends,
Bill Withers strikes again in 1972 with Use Me, a funky driving track that showed his versatility beyond ballads. Built on a hypnotic clavinet riff and relentless groove, the song told the story of a toxic relationship.
hey, hey, I wanna spread the news that if it feels this.
But one he wasn't quite ready to leave. What made it so special was Withers' delivery. Calm, almost conversational, yet layered with soul. The song peaked at number 2 on the Hot 100, only kept from the top spot by, you guessed it, another soul classic.
You know he told me
Imagine a smoky club in '72, dancers moving in rhythm, sweat dripping from the walls as Use Me poured from the jukebox. It's still one of those tracks that demands you move, proving Bill was more than just the king of tenderness. He could bring the funk too.
all you want to do is use me.
Number 1, Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye.
I've been really trying, oh baby.
And here we are, number 1. Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On, released in late summer 1972, wasn't just a song, it was a cultural moment. Coming off the political fire of what's going on, Marvin turned inward to matters of love, intimacy, and desire. Produced with Ed Townsend, the track draped Marvin's silky vocals over a slow, sensual groove that changed the language of soul forever.
We're all sensitive people, so much to give.
At the time, it was daring, even controversial, but it resonated deeply, topping the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming one of Motown's best-selling singles ever. Picture a record player spinning in a dimly lit bedroom in 1972, the lights low, and Marvin's voice melting through the speakers. That was magic. And today, it's still the ultimate soul ballad.
You know the meaning of being sanctified.
Sampled endlessly and immortalized in film, TV, and countless romantic playlists. From gospel-infused anthems to sensual ballads, 1972 gave us a year of R&B and soul that still echoes in our hearts. These songs weren't just hits, they were lifelines, carrying joy, pain, hope, and desire straight into the soundtrack of our lives. Thanks for joining us on this soul stroll through '72. If you felt the groove, make sure to subscribe so you'll never miss our next countdown. And don't stop here. The unforgettable soul hits of 1973 are waiting for you. Click the video on your screen now and let's keep the rhythm rolling together.